before I get your perspective on this, I just want to say my favorite part of that whole thing was when Will Power kicks his tire.
Yeah,
It's absolutely hilarious, dude. I mean, what are your thoughts on the incident, the altercation? Who was in the wrong, who's in the right, or is it just a racing deal? What are your opinions?
um, extremely, extremely unfortunate. I just don't think that I truly don't believe that Scott Dixon knew he was there. I mean, if Scott Dixon knew he was there, he wouldn't have done that. I mean, we're talking about Scott Dixon here. We're talking about an IndyCar legend of the likes like AJ Foyt or Mario Andretti, or even better, in my opinion. But I don't think that was done on purpose, and I fully understand the reaction by Will Power. I mean, wouldn't you be the same? I'd be the same. I'd be livid. But again, you also can't expect these drivers to have a replay sitting right for them right there as they're getting out of the car for them to watch, and see what's going on. But I just I don't it's I don't think it's a racing deal at all. I think it's just a human error by Dixon, honestly.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly. I was gonna say, basically, yeah, just a a lack of self awareness by Scott Dixon in that situation, and you don't blame Will Power for getting mad at a tire. I love it, and he also got mad at Dixon a little bit too. But yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty fired up too. I mean, especially in practice,
Yeah.
it's not a good time to have a destroyed race car.
And it was excuse me. It was right before qualifying. So then not only did the drivers they're not going to expect what kind of car that they have in qualifying, but then now the teams have to rebuild the car. And I tell you, I just quick story here. I was in Detroit in 2018. Carlos Munoz was our driver, and coming into the if you guys remember, start finish line, then it was a slight right, then a hard left, but then there was a hill going over that left. Well, he took that corner way too hard, slapped the right side of the car on the outside wall, and then spun it all the way around and hit the left side of the car on the inside wall, and basically got all four corners. He hit the wall so hard it cracked the block. So then we had to do a motor change, a complete rehaul of all bodywork and everything, and we only had 2 hours to do it. And it was the most intense 2 hours of my entire life. Like, I was running around like crazy trying to get the car rebuilt, and I feel like I can sympathize a little bit with these guys who had to rebuild these cars. Well, maybe a little bit. I mean, we're talking about Chip Ganassi and Penske here. When I was racing for Foyt, that was a shit show. But I'm sure these guys are a little bit more organized too.